What would make the two most powerful empires on Earth collapse within a single decade? For over 400 years, Rome and Persia had ruled the known world. No one dared to challenge them. Then, a new force emerged from the desert of Arabia, and the world would never be the same. For centuries, two empires divided the world. In the West, the Byzantine Romans, heirs to Caesar, ruling from Constantinople. Their armies were disciplined. Their walls were thought to be unbreakable. In the East, the Sasanian Persians, ruling from Ctesiphon with wealth beyond imagination. Their cavalry was feared across continents. For 26 years, from 602 to 628, they fought the most destructive war of their age. Cities were burned, treasuries were emptied, armies were broken. Both empires won battles, but both lost their strength. It was during this exhaustion that a message arrived. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent letters to Heraclius, Emperor of Byzantium, and to Khosrow II, Emperor of Persia. He invited them to Islam. Heraclius received the letter with curiosity. Khosrow tore his letter apart. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said of Khosrow, "May Allah tear his kingdom apart." And within a few years, it was. After the passing of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the responsibility fell to Abu Bakr and then to Umar ibn al-Khattab. The Muslims did not seek empire. They sought to convey the message, but the empires blocked their path and threatened their borders. Then came the commanders whose names history would not forget. His name was Khalid ibn al-Walid, known as the Sword of Allah. Alongside Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah, he marched toward the Byzantines, and his name was Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas. He led the Muslims toward Persia. They did not lead large armies. At Yarmouk, the Muslims numbered around 30 to 40,000. The Byzantines brought more than double that, some reports say over 100,000, with heavy armor and chains binding soldiers together so none could flee. At Qadisiyyah, the Persians brought war elephants, armored beasts that the Arab horses had never seen. The Sasanian army was vast and glittering with gold. But the Muslims brought three things their enemies did not expect. First, unity of purpose. They fought not for plunder, but for Allah. Second, discipline and mobility. Light, fast, and obedient to a single command. Third, justice. The local peoples, Syrians, Egyptians, Iraqis, had suffered under heavy taxes and religious oppression. When the Muslims came, they offered protection, lower taxes, and freedom of worship. Many cities opened their gates without a fight. Then when the armies met, the world was shaken. In August 636, at Yarmouk, near the Yarmouk River, the battle raged for 6 days. A great sandstorm blew into the faces of the Byzantines. Khalid ibn al-Walid moved his cavalry like no commander before him. The Byzantine lines collapsed. Heraclius was in Antioch when the news reached him. He wept and said as he left Syria forever, "Peace be upon you, O Syria. What a fine land you are for the enemy." Just months later, at Qadisiyyah, the Muslims faced the full might of Persia for 4 days. The elephants charged, the Muslims held. On the final night, the night of roaring, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas ordered the final assault. By dawn, the Persian commander Rostam was dead. The Sasanian army broke and fled. The grand capital, Ctesiphon, with its magnificent white palace, was taken. In less than 10 years, the capital of Persia had fallen. Syria was liberated. Jerusalem surrendered peacefully to Umar ibn al-Khattab himself, who entered on foot while his servant rode. Two superpowers, defeated not by a larger empire, but by a community that had been nothing in the eyes of the world just a decade before. So how did Islam spread like wildfire after this? It was not only the sword. The sword opened the land, but justice opened the hearts. The Muslims did not destroy churches or fire temples. They protected them. They did not force conversion. They invited with character. A tax called jizya was taken in exchange for protection and exemption from military service, often less than the taxes of the empires before. Many Christians and Jews preferred Muslim rule to their own oppressors. And the message itself was powerful. One God, no intermediaries, no emperor to worship, dignity for all people. From Spain to Central Asia, people entered Islam in waves, not because they were forced, but because they finally saw a system built on justice. This history teaches us that true strength is not in numbers or wealth, but in sincere faith and justice, and that when a people stand for truth, Allah can change the world through them, no matter how small they seem. Follow for more stories from Islamic history.